In our continued look at the Islanders prospect pool, here's 2021 6th round pick Aleksi Malinen. Who is he? What do we know about him? So again, I'm going through all the prospects currently in the Islanders prospect pool from the most recent to the oldest, I guess is the best way to describe it. And so the next one on the list after Thomas Mahu is Aleksi Malinen. So what do we know about him already? So let's look at his elite prospect card to kind of get some tombstone information about him. Tombstone sounds grim, but I don't know a better way to describe it. Either way. Aleksi Malinen, his name, May 26, 2003. He's 18 years old, from Tuusula, Finland, plays for YIP, not JYP. I have been corrected. It is not JYP, even though there are some names like TPS that are just letters. This one is actually just YIP. So he plays for YIP. He's a defenseman, 6 feet tall, 185 pounds, left shot, and was a 6th round pick from the Islanders, 189th overall. So that's the basic stuff that we need to know about Aleksi Malinen. What else do we know or need to know about him? I want to focus just quickly on the draft. So he was taken in the 6th round. So you're saying, okay, whatever, it doesn't really matter. Well, the thing is with this guy is that he probably shouldn't have gone in the 6th round. Bob McKenzie ranked him 85th overall. He was his 85th prospect. He went 189th, over 100 spots later. So Bob McKenzie, in his infinite wisdom when it comes to these players, saw something that he was a top 100 prospect in 2021, and this guy fell out of it and almost became a top 200, right? Almost went into the 200 range. That's one heck of a drop. So already you're maybe thinking, well, that's a sign of concern. Or you can look at it and say, like, maybe there's something more there that merits more than just a 6th round pick. So when we now move from that draft to look at what he is as what type of player he is, let's look at the production. So in his draft year, he plays 30 games for YIP at the legal level, puts up 3 points. Not great, but you got to remember he's a 17/18-year-old, and there wasn't really a U20 league that year, right? So he's got 0 games played at the U20 level. We have to remember that's a COVID-shortened year, a COVID-impacted year. They didn't really have the U20 squad. So like the fact that he still got 30 games in with YIP was a good thing. The year before that, we can see at the U20 level, puts up 10 points in 49 games. Remember, that's a 16, 17-year-old season. So that's pretty good production from him. And then it just gets a little bit better. He's now playing consistently at the U20 level for YIP. He's a top pair defenseman, 10 points, 11 games for him. That's really good. So as you can see, when it comes to the NHLE, it's getting better as he goes every year. It's not getting a whole lot better every year, but you can see year upon year's worth of growth. And that's exactly what anyone wants to see in any prospect pool. When you take a guy, you want to see them growing. You don't want to see stagnation. It's fine-ish when it's someone like, let's say, Anatoly Golishev, right? When you look at his NHLE over the last couple of years, you see a guy who's plateaued. Well, he's 25 years old, and that's what you would expect. They've reached their peak, or he, Anatoly Golishev, has reached his peak. Someone like Aleksi Malinen has not yet. And so that continued growth, even if it's little, is a good thing. Aleksi Malinen is, of course, a defenseman. So what type of defenseman is he? Well, he's a smooth skating, puck-moving defenseman. Offense-minded, not defense-minded necessarily. Think of Robin Salo type of thing. Not that he's bad in the D zone, but that his main focus or his natural focus is offense. That is the type of game that he plays. He's an offense-first defenseman. And you saw that this year already with 10 points in 11 games for YIP at the U20 level. But his skating is top-notch. His offensive zone skills are top-notch. His hockey IQ is pretty good. I think the best way to describe him is that in terms of his talent level or where he's at, is that he has all the unteachables. He's got talent, he's got puck skills, and he's got hockey IQ. What he's missing are some of the teachables, like D-zone play, when to pinch, when to pull, that kind of things that are ingrained with a strong defensive system that he hasn't necessarily been exposed to just yet. You can see these unteachables at play. Here he is for Team Finland against Team Russia. Recognizes he's got an opportunity to bring the puck in deep because he's got nothing in the slot. And as things open up, he goes around the net and just fires a backhand towards the net. He's got nothing else. There's nothing else going. Why the heck not? And he scores in a pretty nice way, right? Backhand, top corner, far side. That's a good goal to score. kind of lucky, but sometimes you just have to create your own luck, and that's what he went into that play knowing. He tried to get through and get a play into the slot when he was driving towards the goal line, didn't have it, peeled around, and just tried to get a puck on net, and it worked. He's also really smart when it comes to exiting the zone, right? As New York Islanders fans were probably all too familiar with not being able to leave the zone cleanly, Aleksi Malinen is able to do that. This is just one play, but it kind of highlights the skill here. And it's not him lugging up the puck through the neutral zone and into the offensive zone to set up an attacking play, a la Nicoletti used to do. This is a player who recognizes he may not have the most direct path through the middle of the ice, so he sees a player to his far side already on his horse, ready to set up a play in the offensive zone, and hits him with that first pass cleanly. Watch how that pass leaves his stick with a significant mustard and gets to that player right on the tape. That is a great pass. That's a great first pass getting out of the zone. That's the type of player that Aleksi Malinen is. He can skate well, and he can make that first pass out of the zone well. So what he's missing are those teachables, like I said earlier. Playing in the D zone, knowing when to make a play like I just showed you across two lines. He needs to know when to and when not to do that. So these are teachable things that he will learn as he progresses. He has all the raw talent. So when it comes to the Islanders prospect pool, Aleksi Malinen is a player to watch. Not because he's going to be the top end prospect in the pool. It's more that there could be a lot of value found here from the Islanders. Remember, think back to Bob McKenzie. Top 100 prospect in 2021, taken 100 picks later than where he probably should have gone. There's value here if he can get those teachables and become that more complete player. And of course, he's still young, and there's quite a bit of time for him to soak up that information and be that complete player. He has the unteachables. He has that aspect of his game already. Someone just has to teach him how to play a full game, and the Islanders could very well have a Robin Salo 2.0 on their hands. Thank you for following. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button. And if you have, thank you, thank you, thank you.